You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Welcome back to What an Oddcast, episode 268. We got another mixed bag. We got some pole vaulters poles. We got some break dancers dancing, and we got a whole slew of things to talk about. I'm your intro man, Michael Kennedy.
I'm the father of two, Anthony Denny.
I'm an uncle of two, Jared Minikheim. I don't know. I don't really have anything there to go on that. So
Well, we all can't be winners. That's fine.
yeah, no.
Well, gentlemen, let's just get the road going, shall we? Let's talk about the Olympic closing ceremonies. I don't typically watch the closing ceremonies. However, I did catch the highlights.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know that Olympics had closing
They
ceremonies.
did. Do you know? Okay, so typically the closing ceremonies, the torch gets passed to the mayor of the next town that holds the Olympics. If I told you that a famous celebrity passed the torch to the mayor of Los Angeles, and it's a very famous celebrity known for the most buck wild and outlandish stunts.
American outlandish stunts.
Uh-huh. Pass the torch by doing an aerial somersault to a motorcycle.
Cruise.
There it is. Tom Cruise.
Aerial somersault? Nope,
Yep,
that's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise jumped from the top of the stadium, rode a motorcycle in, and delivered the torch and the Olympic flag to the mayor of Los Angeles.
That's the only man who would do something like that.
He was there watching, I can't remember, I think it was the women's final soccer or something, and everyone's like, why is Tom Cruise there? Like, the first time anyone's seen Tom Cruise, because he's doing the closing ceremonies, which was postponed by 3 hours because some dude decided to free climb the Eiffel Tower.
There's always something.
Truly amazing.
Was it the worst climber name ever, pro-life Spider-Man?
No. So that was the closing ceremonies. I don't typically watch the closing ceremonies either because, like, it's just like, thanks for participating.
Yeah,
everyone go home. We have so many condoms to pick up. Just so many condoms.
Balloons.
So that was that. But before the closing ceremony, some things happened in between now and then, right?
Oh yeah,
we have of course the Turkish sharpshooter, which we've talked about.
Yes.
Who is one of the best memes ever, to the point where other Olympians were copying him when they were going up. They would just with like, yes, I'm not even joking. Like
hold it sideways.
Just people were like, just like he was. It's fucking amazing. We also had the pole vaulter that didn't tuck well enough that we've talked about. That has since been offered porn money and
$250,000.
But the thing that we need to talk about most recently is Ray Gunn. Rachel Gunn. Ray Gunn.
I was wondering where the Ray Gun things were coming from.
Rachel Gunn is her name. Now, Rachel Gunn is the Australian breakdancer.
That's who that is! Oh my god, that is great!
The best part about the breakdancing in the Olympics is they used the street names. It wasn't like something Joe, right? They used a Ray Gun and Ubi whatever and shit. It was fucking amazing. Now, I told Anthony this, but she's an actual breakdancer from Australia, and Australia probably not known for the greatest of breakdancing. However, the Australian government did pay for her way to the Olympics. Do you know why?
I don't
Rumor has it is she has a PhD in cultural dance and movement, and so she was obviously the one to represent Australia. Now, I have since seen some of like her breakdancing like in Australia, and it is much better than whatever it was she did.
She just forgot her spices and just can't have 2 whites.
Just the.
I'm gonna show these judges something they've never seen.
She got Jared. I don't know how. Yes, Jared, I don't know how breakdancing is scored because I didn't get into that sport, and I'm not gonna get into that sport.
So the winner is determined by a panel of judges who perform off of 5 criteria worth 5 points.
Okay.
Technique.
Okay.
Vocabulary.
Yep.
The number of variety of moves.
Yep.
Execution.
Yep.
Musicality.
Yep.
And originality.
She got 0.
Out
She
of
got
25.
no points. None. You know, there's that old joke with in old shows where how'd you get a 0 on the ACT? You get 650 points for just writing your name correctly. That's how it felt. That's how it felt.
Technique, the correct execution of moves.
Yes.
0.
0.
I just
The clean performance of
seen
moves.
Her performance.
0.
And I was
No, you've seen some of her performance. Motherfucker, I watched it all and was confused.
I was so baffled with anything I've seen. I don't.
It's not breakdancing.
They're also called B-boys and
no.
B-girls.
Yes, they are.
Like how they're
breakdancing.
Swimmers and...
Because
Yeah, they're
I saw
B-boys.
somebody who posted bits from the person that went before her, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, that's actual breakdance.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it went to her, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck happened here?
My first work wife messaged me on Teams today. She's like, I feel so bad for this shit and breakdance. I was like, oh, honey, hang on. Let me tell you about Ray Gun.
Dude, she's has already defending
like-
herself online.
I know. She's like, I'm no longer feel sorry for her. I was like, you can't come to the Olympics and put that out there. Listen, here's the thing. I get it. If I had a PhD in cultural movement and my company or my country was going to pay me to go spend the time around the most beautiful people in the world, I would go and just fuck all the time.
I didn't
Just
realize it was...
all the time.
Well,
I'm a break dancer, baby. I got the moves. Right there,
Now-
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just laying pipe.
I am not athletic in any ways ability.
no, what really?
But I would do a worm at least.
At least a worm.
I would learn how to do the
Or
worm.
spin on your back. I could
Yeah.
probably figure that one out.
Honestly, they should have duos, and then people should do the white chicks one.
Oh my god, that'd be
Why is
funny
he bringing
shit.
nunchucks in there? You guys ever seen Ninja Turtles? This is all I got.
Freestyle.
This is all I got. You're just on
Just-
your back.
Fucking wild. And so that's basically the Olympics. We are going to Los Angeles and Kansas City next year, or in 4 years, right? Los Angeles and the greater Los Angeles area will be holding most of the events. Kansas
can't
City
wait to
is
see
going
this
to be
shit
doing
show.
baseball. So much in the way that Tahiti
Yeah.
did surfing. Kansas City is holding baseball because they have the stadiums. Because there's 3 stadiums right there.
Because there's no
How
no stadiums in Los Angeles.
There are.
I'm not yelling
yeah,
at you.
No, there are. However,
Oh.
the baseball's really big internationally.
Yeah.
So
you know
it
what
is.
that
It
is.
it used to be Americans'
fair.
pastime. It's
Yeah,
not
it's-
anymore.
it's become everything
It's Japanese.
about-
Do you know who brought it to Japan? Really made it really popular?
some
Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I remember that story.
He was
yeah.
very he went
He
to America,
loved
loved
baseball.
baseball. And was like, we have to make this a thing.
Yeah.
And basically made. So the reason why Japan loves it, Jackie Chan.
So
Not even racist. It actually was.
it's also the first time it's going to be in the Olympics in 20 years, and so it makes sense to hold it.
Thank God we
off-site
needed more
because-
boring sports in the Olympics.
Also, the amount of earthquakes that are probably going to happen, it's just going to be so much
Yeah,
fun.
that's the thing. Is LA gonna be there when they go to host this?
Yes,
Or is it just
yeah,
gonna crumble
hey,
and burn
I've
off
been
the
hearing
face
that
of the earth?
California's going into the ocean since I lived there.
Oh, I don't even think, I don't
1999.
think even
Yeah.
mean that it would go in the ocean. I mean, is it just not going to be a burning fucking hellhole by that time? Permanently, because it
No.
seems like it's headed that
Well,
way.
you see, the thing is, they're going
Fourth
to wall it
largest
off.
economy in the world.
They're going to wall off where it's going to be.
Yeah.
You ever play Arkham City?
It's just
It's
that.
Arkham City.
But with the good people on the
with
inside.
the most beautiful people in the world, the most athletic people in the world. I will say that they've come out and been like, yeah, we're not going to do the shitty Olympic villages, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you cardboard beds.
I think people are like, oh, they did it in 2020 and no one complained. They did. It just wasn't as popular. TikTok wasn't as big.
It will that and you got to remember it was
that's fair,
postponed
too.
because of COVID. So I was
Yeah.
in Cuba, but that wouldn't have been right. A Cuban Missile Crisis all over. But yeah,
Nothing
I
about
mean,
that
here's the
happens
thing:
at the Kennedys.
Japan is
Nothing.
very good at recycling, and Paris has the Paris Climate Summit. So
Mm-hmm.
you had to.
I just
LA's LA, baby. It's fucking smog city.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, if China can tell people to not drive for...
I'm just waiting for Elon to be like, I'm donating all of my Tesla buses, my T buses that are yet in development, but should be put out in 4
Don't
years.
get in any Tesla. You will burn.
Can I bring that up quick? The
Cybertruck?
Bring up the Cybertruck.
Do to destroy the Cybertruck.
I sent it in the group because it popped up for me, and I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding!" And I'm sitting
No.
there reading it because the videos and everything have been coming out, they have removed the base models, they've removed the rear-wheel drive models, and left only the two most expensive models and marked them up to $120,000 now.
Yep.
And that is the only thing you can get for Cybertrucks.
Yep.
And not even worth it.
No, it's not, because it's just like, oh, the videos are really making them look bad. Don't sell the cheap ones.
You-
Only make people pay for the most expensive
And the best
version.
part about it is Tesla thinks that they're fucking. So I
they
hate
hemorrhaging money on those fucking things now.
Like I hate.
funny
I think it's
shit.
Lamborghini.
Yep.
It's Lamborghini or Ferrari. I think it might be. But where you have a
either way.
contract where you can't do certain things to your car.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Fuck Ferrari. Fuck Tesla because they.
No, wait,
they're
hang on. No. Ferrari's fine. Fuck Tesla.
I mean,
Continue.
If I buy something, I should be able to do whatever I want to it.
No. See, I see your point, and I raise you that Ferrari has spent 100 odd years fine-tuning that machine to the point where they have fucking musical experts come in and make sure that the pitch of the exhaust is pleasant to the ear and resonates in such a tone that works
true.
with the rest of the vehicle. So yeah, absolutely. Fuck Tesla. Don't diss on Ferrari, motherfucker.
Well,
Because that's who's on my glasses right here. So
Well, fuck your glasses.
This is Ray-Ban
Not
Ferrari.
sponsored.
Now, I don't
Not
know if you-
sponsored, but we'll take it.
We'll take it.
Yo, hey,
Absolutely
hey,
take
yeah.
it. Anything
Prove me wrong.
Yeah, right.
So no, the thing is I still
Ferrari shows up
remember
in Anthony's driveway
way
tomorrow.
back with Deadmau5. Y'all remember Deadmau5?
Yes.
He put a skin on his Ferrari,
Yes.
and Ferrari took it back.
Which it actually might be Lamborghini, but it's still the same thing.
One of them's an asshole. That's all I know.
I think it's Lamborghini, and I get. But here's the thing, I get that. Like, Lamborghini's a brand that you have. It's so expensive, and it's much like Rolex, where like you're not really buying the car, you're buying the brand.
It was Ferrari.
Is it Ferrari?
He got a cease and desist because he turned his car to neon cat.
Oh, yeah, well.
I'd be pissed if I were Ferrari too, especially if it was like the red Ferrari.
Lambo gave him a free car to just be like,
That's
oh,
funny.
and then he could model. But anyway, back to Tesla.
Yeah.
Where you cannot sell your Cybertruck. It's in your contract for a year.
Yep.
Again, fuck you. I own it. If I want to sell it immediately, I should be able to do that.
I bought a new car, but I still haven't really been able to drive it because I had a deer, so we're not going to talk about that.
And that's the state of Michigan's fault.
It's not. Well, it's a lack of hunters. I'm not a hunter, but shoot all the deer. Shoot them all. I don't care. All
Man,
the deer.
there's not to get like political and stuff
No,
like that.
no, not at
but
all.
there's
Certainly
a
not.
big
Never.
hubbubaloo going on in the hunting community.
Is there?
Because Michigan has changed its hunting stuff where they want you to more does, like they're giving out less buck tags.
Yeah, the women population is overrun.
Yeah, and people are pissed about it because like, no, I want my buck.
The fucking people that say they want the buck end up shooting 3 doe anyway.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a
Jared's-
hunter, but like, Jared, go ahead with your white trash redneck experience. Go ahead. Go ahead and your raccoon stew.
Well,
eating,
back in my
possum
town.
rib eating, fucking forklift, fucking redneck ass. It started to sound like a country song there for a second because I was getting pretty into it. But continue, Jared.
Yeah, no, growing up, it was very much like everybody wants a buck because you just want the bragging rights about the antlers. But, like,
You never fucking see it.
Can't eat them.
everyone at my house was very much like it was go for a buck in the beginning of the season, but if
Yeah.
you didn't get one by
You shoot the
halfway
doe.
through the season, just start shooting does.
You shoot
like,
the
put
doe.
meat in the freezer, and that was it. Which is what
Hunting
as
is
a
for.
hunting, that is what hunting should be for.
Right.
Is you're
The
doing
meat.
it for the meat, which was our point. And yes, the does get overpopulated because that's all people go for. You get these young guys who are just like, I need that big buck,
And they
but
get the
all
sugar
the
little,
doe are
the
still
little, the
there.
little 4-pointer
Yeah,
with
you're
nothing.
getting the 4 or 5 point. That's fucking bullshit.
little
You're not
fucking-
even going for the big ones. So what's the point? You're
big
killing the baby.
Here's the thing: if the big ones have outsmarted you this long, they're gonna continue to outsmart you. Please just shoot the doe.
This is.
I
true.
just hate to
This
be
is
that
true.
guy, but
No,
like,
I
The big
agree.
boys know what they're doing.
yes, they've
We-
avoided it for this long.
There's
They're not
hunting
going down.
regulations and reasons because for overpopulation.
Yeah.
If you just let people go ham wild, they're just gonna fucking start.
Yeah, here's the thing. You know what does can't do? Reproduce asexually. You know what they are producing though? A lot more fucking does. So
Yeah, they are.
It's almost as if you kept hunting all the men.
yeah, it's almost like everyone hunted all the men.
Who's taking all our deck? I got another one over here.
Crap. Jim Bob, no.
Speaking of hunting, Anthony, I brought this up to you because back where we grew up, back in Western New York, there's gators being seen. They think
Oh my god, I've seen this shit.
They think the one in Lake Erie is a pet, but then I was like, that doesn't explain everywhere else it's
Did you see
seen.
that there's one in Michigan too?
Yeah, Michigan, Ottawa.
I've seen it once.
Ottawa just issued any hunters who can kill
yeah,
alligators, come on
going
down to
down.
the lakes because we got alligators apparently.
Yeah.
Dude, let's do it.
All up here is turning into Florida. There was flamingos in Lake Erie and these lakes, and now there's fucking gators. I don't know
It was
where
only
they're
a
coming
matter
from.
of time.
It's
for
almost
gators.
as if the climate is not as good as it should be.
But
And
yeah,
these
Lake
South
Erie, and I was
tropical
like,
creatures
really?
are living where it's supposed to be cold all the time.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, so yeah, apparently there's just gators now.
I'm
No idea. Nobody can tell where they came from. There's just one gator.
dude. I shoot a gator.
It's just we're gonna be
Well, they
turning
can't
into
be in
swamp
Florida.
people.
There's too many crocodiles down there
swamp
now.
people here pretty soon.
Which-
Shoot them.
Well, that was the thing.
Ooh, I'm gonna make a
See,
name for
that's the
myself
thing I've
here.
heard about Florida's wildlife, though, is that because
Shoot 'em.
those crocs came in, they're killing everything else. So, like, I can see the gators. Yeah, they're gonna go somewhere. They can't fucking live where they were now. They're fucking outnumbered by the bigger boys.
Our gators to Michigan are like the iguanas to Florida.
Yes.
You just kind of like, oh look, there it is, bang.
Just the iguanas of Florida scare me so bad. I don't want
Iguanas
to be
are
walking
vicious
and have an iguana fall on me.
The thing is, I think iguanas are for the most part pretty chill.
Oh,
yeah, but I don't
no.
want to fall
No.
on me. No, they're aggressive as
They're
fuck.
aggressive. Yeah, they're aggressive as shit.
Yeah,
All
They're
right.
super
they're big
aggressive.
fucking lizards.
Eh.
I had a teacher that had one, and like he couldn't let it out of the
Miss
cage
Frizzle?
because if you put it down,
Yeah.
no, if you put it down, it went after somebody. It was just instinct to try to
Yeah, fucking
attack things.
bite.
They're super vicious.
All right, well I'll take that back.
Stupid is stupid.
And yeah, because they hit you with the tail, they got the claws, and their bite. So like they're a trifecta of just nasty.
The perfect hunter. The only thing the predators are scared of. Florida iguanas.
That reminds me. Do you guys see that one guy on TikTok, Instagram? He goes around in the Florida Everglades.
Yeah, I've seen him. I know who you're talking
He
about.
walks around like, oh look, the swamp puppy, and just grabs snakes or
Yeah.
shit like that.
No.
Yoink.
They gotta tell me where that 12-foot python is.
Yeah, 20 foot. But
20
yes.
foot. 20
Yeah,
foot, my
the
bad.
God forgot to put fear in this man.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
Because
lucky.
he's sitting there, he like, there's a gator. It's like, oh, let me call over the swamp puppy, and starts slapping the water. And it comes
Oh, I
near
have
it.
seen this. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is like, oh, look at my arms and legs being surrounded by mosquitoes. Like, how are you alive, man? Florida, they make them different.
Jeremy survived.
No, well, he burnt himself and went AWOL. It's fine.
You are deformed.
He's talking
And
about
you are
buying a
ugly.
house down where he is.
Typically, people like to buy houses where they are.
Which is where?
Redacted.
Tropical redacted. He's thinking about buying a house there because it's cheap.
In
'Cause of course
in
in
redaction.
the Everglades state. Is he south of Disney?
I think it's where he's deployed.
Yeah,
Technically,
I figured
yeah.
as much.
There's a red light on the camera.
Yeah, there always
It just
is.
popped up.
Well, nothing seems to be going wrong.
All right.
Well, it's gone now, so.
Yeah. Yep, that's
Apparently
why.
it was movement. No one was moving fast enough.
Oh!
Fucking
Anyway,
weird.
yeah, so.
Wait, is he deployed? Is that where he's trying to buy a house at? Is his deployment or in the States?
where he's deployed?
Okay, well that makes sense. It's like 14
Exactly, yeah.
14 that currency. Like, yeah, no. Listen, I know where he's deployed. I had a friend who was like a teacher over there, and she's like, it's so fucking cheap. It's so fucking cheap. Like, I like a whole $4 for like all the food I need.
Let's face it, he got someone pregnant, now he has to find a reason
Oh
to
my
stay.
god, little
It's gonna
redacty.
happen.
Little redacty.
Little redacty.
It's like a dinosaur.
It does. Little redacty junior. The devil spawn of the swamp thing in Sergeant Redacted. Comes out even more hideously deformed than he is.
Oh, God. It'd come out bald.
Right.
It won't slowly get bald. It'll just come out bald.
See, I think the reason why Redacted is bald is because he's making up for his high school years where he had long hair.
You mean because he's burning it all off?
Thank you for your
when he
service.
was able-
I can't get deployed, give me that can of gas.
No. I've seen this on the TikTok. What you do is you spray it all on your hand and then light it on fire, and that burns away.
You know,
And he thought it was, but it was one of those invisible flames like Ricky Bobby had, and so
I needed
he put it on his head and it just went.
I wanted to make this cool slime I saw on the TikTok, which can involve 2 ingredients, which I will not repeat on here for YouTube. YouTube.
Redacted
Mustard
ingredients.
gas.
Nope, napalm.
Yeah, napalm. I figured.
But oh, look at that! This would make a good salve.
Yeah, it makes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, speaking of...
Thank you, Dylan, for teaching me that recipe,
Yeah,
by the
I was
way.
about to say I remember high school.
I was a decent child. We didn't make napalm. However...
we had
never-
delinquent
I was,
friends.
however, like, you know, in not shop class, but did props for like plays and musical stuff. And there was some shady ass shit we might have mixed together to get the right kind of coloring for blood.
Sometimes
I'm
you gotta
saying.
do. No, because I remember I accidentally made napalm.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Well, the thing
I know
is,
it's not that exactly, but like
I
yes.
was home alone,
Oh, you dumb son of a bitch.
and I was a little firebug. So
Okay,
I was
go
like,
ahead and
I'm gonna go
catching
into my
that right about-
garage.
What's the time code?
Yeah.
20 minutes?
Yeah, so right around the 19-minute mark, you're gonna have to do
Gotta get a redact that.
Yeah,
It was
Can I
like-
tell you how I know this? So just because like sometimes, no, go ahead with your story though first. No, go.
I was like, I want to light a little fire.
Are ya?
Oh, how am I? I want to light a fire over here, but the gas is over there. All
That's exactly.
and then it's like it
Exactly what I
loops,
did.
and I'm like, what
You
is
pour it in,
this?
and it just starts to disintegrate, and you're like, the fuck?
And it
Fuck?
and I poked it with the stick. I'm like,
What?
oh, I'm gonna light this on fire.
Oh, you dumb son of a bitch.
I live next to a pond, so there was a bit
Oh,
of
okay,
napalm I
well-
threw into a pond because I'm like, oh, it's not going out. It's not going
The
out.
best part is like you do that, you take the container and it just starts to like stretch it, or you set it down and it just starts to implode on itself.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't understand.
something ain't
And then
right
you
about
read,
this.
Like, the gas container, and you're like, yeah, obviously this is made out of much dirtier shit. And then you read the diesel one and you're like, oh, this is even fucking worse.
Yeah, it's man. Don't look up how to make the stuff. You will get on a search
I
list.
ever-
You,
told
I
you-
mean, if you listen, we'll post it on the Patreon, the show
God
on
tier.
the Patreon, on the God tier. All the money, and you'll have the unedited version where he did not bleep out the two things that me and Anthony fucking did.
Yes. 19 to 20, I got you.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like a bleep 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 bleep.
yeah, exactly.
I ever told you the story about Uncle Tracy when he was a kid with Diesel.
Jesus Christ.
No, I never met a man named Diesel.
No, so there were two kids growing up.
Your Uncle Tracy and Diesel got it.
No, so my Uncle Tracy, when he was growing up, there were these two kids that him and my his two brothers, so my grandfather and his brother. Anyway, there were two kids I knew that refused to believe that diesel could ignite. Because in their child brains, it was like, no, gasoline ignites, but diesel don't. That's why diesel ain't got no fire engine, stupid. So Uncle Tracy was like, no, it does light. It's still a gasoline. They're like, no, it ain't. That's why it's no fire engine, stupid.
It's a
So
super
he's like, all right,
pure
let's test it."
gasoline.
So they put it at the bottom of the bridge, and then they lit it, and it blew on their face. He's like, yeah, we lost our eyebrows and everything. We're running home, and he's like, the cops came, and they're like, hey, you boys know anything about what happened down at the bridge? He's like, no idea. I'm like, yeah?
Yeah, their
no
faces
hair,
are just-
covered in ash and
just
soot.
everything's pushed back. Their faces are beat red from
like,
basically
no, officer, we
their
have-
fucking wind
yeah.
burn.
Weird, what do you mean?
Just reminds me of that letter, Kenny. I brought some aviation fuels to throw on the stump.
The
Yeah,
things kids in the 50s got away with.
Yeah. You know, I heard someone got stabbed.
Yeah,
you know
that's weird.
No idea. You don't know anyone got into a knife fight? No.
Wouldn't happen to have some orange juice on you.
right.
Maybe a cookie?
I just
Passes out.
Anyway.
anyway. I should say to the podcast. My wife gave birth. They currently.
Yeah, I suppose you didn't open with that.
Oh, my
Well, I
God,
mean, you said.
Well, I
technically you
tried
said
with
two, but-
Sergeant Redacty Jr. and
I
then we
was
started
probably-
talking about
no.
napalm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we fucking hard shifted
Yep.
to fucking war crimes.
On Thursday, my wife gave birth.
I hate it when that happens.
Half-baked child.
Fully baked.
Half-baked.
She came out very small.
Half-baked.
7 pounds on the dot.
Half-baked. Half-baked.
Really, on the dot.
On the dot, completely even. I got the photo to prove it. But
Tiny.
she's very
She is
she is
tiny.
very small.
Because she's half-baked.
She's also, I love her, and this makes me now realize how autistic Orion really was.
Yeah.
Because she is up every 3 hours at night, which again, she's new. You can't. That's what babies do.
Not Orion.
Not Orion. We had to
I
wake up.
fucking told
feed
you
Orion.
guys that this one would be an absolute hellion.
But like,
Hey, you got a normal baby.
I know, right?
The first night I got 3 hours of sleep. 2 nights ago I got like 5 hours of sleep. Last night I got again 3 hours of sleep. Just there was one point where I woke up and I'm like, how am I feeding her a bottle? I don't remember getting enough.
Fucking
Going through the
delirious.
motions.
Yeah, it was just like I made sure that it was mixed up, right? Yeah, okay. Because babies can't have water for 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yep, they
I'll
haven't got
never
no
need to know
kidneys.
this information, but
Yeah, you never know.
No,
You might bust a nut in the wrong one.
no, I'm done busting nuts.
like what they
places.
tell
Extra-
Steve, unless a confused lesbian takes me home at night, that just happens.
A confused
Yeah, you
lesbian.
never know. Maybe you have a really drunk night and then the girl gets executed and then you'll have a baby all to yourself and be like, what am I supposed to do with
Who
this?
am I fall in love with? Fucking Jenny?
I don't know. That's the plot of a TV show, Raising Hope.
Anyway, no. So yeah, you have 2 little bundles of joy. One that's just freshly new.
Yeah,
She is super fucking
she's
tiny.
so small, so
So
tiny. I cannot wait.
Full head of fucking hair, though.
Yep, full
was
head of
my
black
thing, is
hair.
like just full fucking head of hair.
I mean, it means something when Orion's babysitter, she commented on it. She's been babysitting for 20 years. If she's saying that's a lot of hair, I'm like, okay, that's a lot of hair.
Hey, she looks like she was coming out ready to go. Just like
Yep.
taking my picture and everything.
Yep, she couldn't be any more ready.
But now she's gonna be the one, like I said, that Orion's gonna be the quiet one. She's gonna be the
No.
no. You don't think that'll be it?
No.
Dude, the funny
No?
thing is, I'm
No.
afraid. The thing I'm afraid of with Orion is I'm afraid he's gonna Lenny Small her.
Oh my god.
God.
Because the
Yeah.
first day we came back and Orion was there, I was like, I'm gonna do a somersault, and he just started doing a somersault right next to her. He's like, no, she's very delicate. He doesn't understand that.
No.
But he's just like, her eye, her ears. I'm like, buddy, I love you. Please don't blind your sister. Her eyes aren't fully developed yet, so
Yeah.
please.
And your dog's overprotective of her, so.
Yep, it's so cute. He's
no.
it's
You stop me
adorable.
every
Like
time I
at
get
3
close.
a.m.
Yeah.
He's following me around with her. He's like, "What's going on, Dad?" I'm like, "No, go away." Because with Orion, when Orion was fussy, I was able to lay down on the floor and like in a shape of a T, because you're not supposed to co-sleep because you roll on top of a baby,
Yep.
they will die.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
So he would sleep at the top of my head. I can't do that now because Hunter will come in and be like, "Yo, baby."
Yep.
Fair.
But no, she's fine. She's a hungry little girl.
Yeah, she's gonna gain a lot of weight really quickly.
Yep. Like
Which
baby,
is good because
Yes.
she's underbaked.
yeah. Your babies typically eat 1 to 3 ounces every feeding, every 2 to 3
Bitch is
hours.
just chugging down a 10-ounce bottle.
Yep. That last night she ate about 7, and she's like, "All right, 8:30. I'm ready for more food."
Yeah,
Okay.
well, she was. Again, we got to remember that, and this is us telling school, but like Heather couldn't really ever keep anything down during this pregnancy, like
Correct.
sugar and stuff. So like,
that's right.
Nova is probably a little underweight because of that. Not
Yeah.
that she's underweight, but it's because she didn't get anything because Heather couldn't keep anything down because
Heather tried.
Nova hated everything. So
Yep. But
yeah. So that's why I joke that she's underbaked because she's full of sugar and half done. So she's underbaked too. Like she's like a kid, like a cake.
Well, yeah. And I'm here because I'm allowed to be here.
He was let out of his cave.
I was like, "Yeah, go do stuff. Go spend time." And if I wasn't be here, you guys were still just gonna record. I was gonna be upstairs.
Yeah,
I kind of figured you would.
Yeah,
be.
I
thought you'd be too tired.
I asked Heather, I was like, but we can still record at your basement, right? Like, she's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, cool. Like, Anthony might not be there. I was like, it's fine. Me and Jared can hold down the
Yeah.
fort for a couple weeks. So
Yep, I've taken naps, which are fantastic. This is the week of naps. I can take a nap all this week.
yeah.
Next week, no naps.
We haven't had a jammy party in a while, so it's a Jared and Michael party. So
True.
we haven't had a jammy party in a while, so
And maybe after she's a little more not potato-y,
yeah, when she's rolling around a little bit more.
yeah, we'll bring her on and she can just like
just
scream into the
just
microphone.
Sit there.
We did the same thing with Orion too.
only this one talks. Not talks, but she screams.
Yep.
God, you wipe her with a wipe because
It was like you were committing murder on that child.
when you have a baby, for those who don't know, a good piece of advice: you wipe their stomach before you actually wipe their cooter or penis. because I don't encourage them to pee, so they don't pee on you. It looks like we're breaking fingers.
Yeah, no.
Bloody
The guy here
murder.
right as they're getting changed.
Full on blood murder. It's so funny. She's so dramatic. I love her already.
Say that now.
Do you guys remember the movie Super Size Me?
Of course,
Yes.
I remember the movie.
Yeah.
Super
I
Size
am now,
Me.
for some reason, my algorithm has put me on Super Size
I'm
Me
sorry.
talk. Me too, because the man
Ugh.
died.
Is
right?
it the real Super Size Me story or the fake movie that he
Yes,
put on?
the real Super
Okay,
Size
good.
story? Because like, there's some things that I knew about, and then there's some things that I didn't know about.
Like how he was an alcoholic.
Yeah, he was an alcoholic, and like when he goes to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "I only ever see this kind of liver function in like alcoholics," and he did Super Size Me to cover it up, and like all of a sudden it just popped up, and now that's like every fourth video is just like Morgan Spurlock's a fucking fake, like McDonald's actually isn't that
we've
bad
been
for
new.
you. I'm just like, and I knew that it was dramatic, but like I don't think you realize that my senior year into my freshman year of college, that documentary was my shit.
yeah,
I watched that shit constantly.
We watched it for
Fucking
our
loved
school.
it so much.
I think my favorite part of the documentary that stuck in my head was for the year that he did it.
Yeah.
He eats a cake, and just him all by himself eating a whole McDonald's cake.
Yep.
And that stuck in my memory because it's such a funny sight of this fat man eating
just-
a cake.
I like, here's the rules. I can only supersize it if they ask me. And like, here's the thing. As much as the documentary was a farce, it did change a lot of fast food places.
Yeah, it
like,
did.
you can't
Yeah, it did.
get that much food now, which is probably for the best. However, just give me the biggie size. I miss the great biggie size. So, do you know how much fun it is to say, yeah, give me the great biggie size? I don't care about like super size or remember king size from Burger King at small,
Yeah,
medium,
dude.
large, king.
Yeah.
Everyone just had their own fucking weird shit.
It's like
amazing.
Burger King's large drink is still fucking
It's still
huge.
fucking 40 ounces.
no,
Yeah.
it's
Like
no,
everyone else is
ridiculous.
30, 32. So is Wendy's. Wendy's is 33, I think, technically.
They're like
McDonald's
Burger
like
King-
29. Fuck you guys, 29, and we're taking the fucking drink thing away.
You got every time you guys make a new menu hack,
Yeah.
McDonald's takes more stuff away.
Yeah.
And they raise the price by 1
And
cent.
also remember, they're not menu hacks. People just work there and know people that work there and are nice.
And don't go to Detroit.
And don't go to
Yeah,
Detroit.
don't go to Detroit. Do not go to Detroit.
So I'm going to Detroit next weekend.
Yeah, right. No.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm not saying
You
what.
can't
That's-
leave the house right now.
No.
Not right now.
You're not allowed to go places
You
yet.
think you have a life?
No, like my other little friend group, the Grand Rapids friend, they're going tubing next weekend.
Yeah.
And they were asked like months ago, like so they could set it up. They're like, "What about you, Anthony?" I'm like, "The baby will be here or on their way. I cannot this year." And they're like, "Oh, we need like 5 more people. If we have room for 5 more people." I'm like, "Oh, that's me and my friends."
Yeah, it's all 5 of us.
It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's not happening.
Like, sorry guys, it's at Pinky's. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I don't need to be
Yeah.
with that friend group.
Yeah.
There's not enough single people there for me. I need all the bitches, you know? All the bitches.
It's in Newaygo.
It's such a drive.
Uh-huh. That
I
is
was just about to say, where the fuck is Pinky's?
that is an hour and
okay.
20 away.
Yeah.
Should we talk about how we almost witnessed a murder and then E. coli broke out? Anthony?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
A murder?
Yeah. So you were working on the Sunday. Alex
yeah.
at 7 o'clock in the evening was
On
like,
a Saturday.
On Saturday at 7 o'clock, she said, let's go tubing tomorrow again. Okay. So we did the smart thing right, though, Jared. We went to the other place and tried to park there. Mm-hmm. They turned us away. And we had to go park at the actual place. And we're floating down the river. And we get to Titan Park.
Titan Park.
And there's 2 drunk rednecks.
You know, the meth heads, skinny
Meth
guys,
heads
tall.
just
They probably.
Yeah,
probably see
they,
him a lot.
They
yeah.
probably in your regular customers, and they just start getting more and more aggravated.
You stand up, you stand up, you say that in my
You don't
face.
fucking call me a liar. I'm a homeowner. I own my home. Don't tell me I'm not. It was the most wild conversation.
Yeah, okay.
All while there is a father in the little pool splashy area right off like the launch with 2 of his kids. We legitimately thought we were going to see a murder. Like, people were pulling... The guy got his knife out
And he rinsed it in the river.
rinsed it in the river and got the E. coli on it. So it wouldn't have mattered.
Like, no, that's poison damage.
It's ongoing for 4 turns.
No, it's probably
It's
like
a D6.
like 6 feet away from the father.
Yeah, they are just screaming and yelling to the point where like people were getting very uncomfortable, and like someone was like, "Should we call 911?" Like we thought there was gonna be domestic violence in fucking Dighton Park.
And the best part is we caught up with another little group.
Yeah, no, they caught up with us.
Yeah, they caught up with us, and we started asking them because they had a different, because they were farther behind us.
Yeah.
And then the guy with the knife was on the bridge.
On the bridge, just standing. Yeah, because there's like that cross. It was fucking wild. And then 2 days later, they're like, "Yeah, there's higher levels of E. coli in the Thornapple River near Dighton Park. Please don't swim in it." Fuck.
Yeah.
We were just there.
Gonna say, let me try to pull up my text because I have some updates from.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need an update.
Jared
There
is
was another thing
Jared's
last
an
night.
American hero. Thank you.
American boy.
You guys never did answer my question last week either.
What was the?
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. That theme song. Do you know what theme song where that's from?
Oh,
Believe
no,
it or not?
No.
Oh, it's the Greatest American Hero. I need you to look up Greatest American Hero right now.
So like fighting Voodons.
No, it's fucking worse. Greatest American Hero. Click on the wiki and read me its premise.
While on a road trip through a desert, mild-mannered high school teacher Ralph Hickenley, temporarily changed to Ralph Howley, is greeted by extraterrestrials who present him with an extraordinary red flying suit that imbues him with uncanny powers.
Yeah. That's the Greatest American Hero. Believe it or not, I'm a walking. It's like a Doctor Who ripoff, man. It really looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it's a C TV show, but it's like a production to make it look like a C.
Yeah.
The purpose is to make it look bad.
Believe it or not, I'm a walking. I never thought I would be so free.
Yeah. So last week, for all of you,
on a wing and a prayer.
talked about how
Who could it be?
talked about how this guy came in.
Believe it
And we
or
had
not,
this whole
it's
thing
just
of like
me.
we had to call the cops, we had to get a welfare check. Nobody knew what was
The
going
old man
on.
sitting down.
The old man. You guys were super annoyed that he sat down on some cases of
just
beer
for an hour.
For an hour.
Yeah, he was.
How shitty do you feel?
I feel
Not spoilers, but how shitty do you feel now?
feels super terrible because of everything that happened in the aftermath of it. Yeah, so the guy came in and he just tried sitting down. We didn't have a place to sit down, and then he just kept refusing to leave. Like, he wouldn't let us help him. He just wanted to get his stuff taken out to his truck, whatever. His truck kept getting moved around.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, just
slowly.
in the parking lot.
Just move from one spot to another to keep it look
Came
like
to work
it's
this
moving.
week. Truck was gone. We assumed that the bosses had called and gotten it towed because it had been there all week.
Yeah.
And nobody was coming to get it. And then I came to find out. No, actually, the cops took it because he was involved in a hit and run right before he had shown up at our store, which was
shit.
wild.
What? Fucking where?
Yeah, apparently
What?
at the Dollar General. Like, he had come from there.
Fucking
and then down-
Christ!
Yeah.
How the fuck did he make it? How the fuck did he?
Oh, no!
Christ!
Because the truck had no brakes. My boss...
Oh my! That's right. I
when my
remember you
boss
saying
went to
that.
move it, the windows wouldn't roll up and the brakes didn't work. So he's like, I
He's using
barely
the
got
e-brake to
He's-
crank down.
Yeah,
and-
he was like, it's parked where it is because once it started moving, we couldn't get it to stop. So I
we
just had to
rolled
let it
into
hit
the barriers.
divider.
Yeah.
So that all happened. This man called over the weekend. Of course, when I wasn't there. However, my coworker Don was, and turns out his gallbladder had ruptured at some point. So when he was dying in our store, he was literally dying.
Mm-hmm.
And from what the hospital had told him was, if he had left the store, we hadn't have called when we did, he would have fucking died. As all of his organs were going into failure, and that's why he felt so sick when he was in our store, is that everything was shutting down from an organ just rupturing all over inside.
Now, Michael,
So
as
we
a,
somehow saved his life.
yeah, you helped the criminal.
What the fuck?
Now, Michael, as a man who has no gallbladder,
Yeah.
and you've gone through the pain of gallbladder
It's
issue,
appendix. Sorry.
appendix.
Yeah.
Either way, you've had the
Something almost ruptured inside of me.
yeah. How
Yes.
how painful was that?
It is the most painful experience in my life.
imagine.
Like
Imagine.
I was very close to having my appendix ruptured inside of me. They got it out right before it did, but like it is inflamed and it is painful, and your mom just thinks you have a stomach ache. So the fact that this man, like, here's the thing: if it really ruptured, it actually ruptured, right? It is.
Yeah, from what we were told,
I'd
yeah.
be fucking tired too. Was he drunk though? Did they say he was drunk or just?
He acted like he was, but
That's just the chemicals
I was gonna say,
seeping
I think
into
it
his
might have
fucking
just
body.
been
Like
he had the sweat going, pale,
it is
no energy.
Yeah, it is. So he should have probably died. Because once that ruptures, the infection spreads through your body, right? Because that's what causes it to burst, right?
Yeah.
It's just inflamed and infected. It's like a pus and a pimple. As soon as you pop it, all that shit just goes there, and it goes the inside of your body, and your body you go to shock.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking that I almost think it's when he did the hit and run that caused it, and that's why he just sat there.
Yeah,
just like,
it was probably
I don't feel so
inflamed
good.
like a liver, and he
just-
just hit something just
He's
right.
like, oh, I need a drink to calm my
Yeah,
nerves.
just like, oh
and then
man, I got I need some of that Jaeger.
and then
really
the
calm me down.
adrenaline dropped away, and he's like, oh god, I need to sit down.
Yeah.
Adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
We also had another guy
Yeah.
that came in, and I thought he was gonna kill the younger guy I worked with. It's a guy who comes in all the time. He runs his own car wash. He's an arrogant dick. We've always hated him.
Dude, so he's Oscar from Shark Tale?
He's just one of those people that, like, when he wants something, you're gonna do it the way he wants, or you're wrong because he owns his own business, so he knows better than you do. He's never given us anything to be able to say get out or anything. It's just that kind of attitude of just an arrogant dick. You don't want to deal with him. But because he flipped out on us and did cause a huge fucking scene, he was banned from our store. He's not allowed to come back. Apparently,
amazing.
he came back last night too. So Don ended up texting me about that, which is basically they call him Paint Chip Guy.
Because he
Because he has a bucketful that he used to eat.
Yeah. Apparently Don told him, is like, yeah, no, I can't serve you. You're banned. Like, that was the owner's decision because of the incident. Like, we can't serve you now. And apparently he tried getting real intimidating about it. Like, I know the owners. I'll see you lose your job. And Don was like, okay. If that's what you think, you have their number. Just give them a call.
That.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I know the owners. Everyone knows the owners.
Just people. You're entitled to nothing.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're entitled to nothing.
You will get
Fucking
nothing. And you,
snowflakes. I just want to say that we are not political on this podcast. We're not, and
we try not to be.
We try not to be.
Not at
but
all.
like, I love the stance that Democrats are now taking, calling like
Weird.
Donald Trump weird and JD Vance weird, and them getting upset about it and be like, you fucking snowflakes. I fucking love that it's flipped on them
I
much.
love
It's just fucking
that
amazing.
is just weird.
It's just weird, and they can't. Like, I saw the greatest example of this is like why they're so upset about it, because weird is a vibe, and you can't not talk yourself out when someone's like, "God, you're weird." Like,
Yeah,
we're fucking
no,
weird.
you're
We
just-
know
you're
we're
just
weird,
weird.
but I can't talk myself out of it. I know I'm weird. If I try to explain to someone why I'm not weird, fucking
makes you
it
weird.
It's the greatest
Yeah.
fucking turn.
It's like-
what a fucking heel turn.
So, again, not to get political. However, did anyone happen to see that Lil Nas did a diss track thing
Yes!
about Biden?
No.
He did like a diss track to Biden, and somebody posted
It's
like, "Oh man, I
fine.
hope this doesn't mean he's gonna drop out of the race."
It's also like it's also he definitely is a little Nas is not voting for Trump, but like at that point in time, it's just like it's fun because we know what's happening, right? It's just self-reflecting, like obviously, like no one was happy about this. I'm sure that fucking song was recorded so long ago.
Everyone.
and then when he dropped out of the race, he's like, well, fuck.
Yeah,
Damn it!
It was a great week of events.
It was so good.
where it was like, oh, Trump got shot. He's probably gonna be president now.
Yeah, and then just
Biden dropped out.
Fucking heel turn. I just again, not to get political, but we haven't said jack shit for like fucking 3 months about politics.
It's true. This
And I
is
don't
true.
care who you vote for. I'm
Man,
a middle-aged white dude. It means nothing to me.
You are allowed to vote as your right as
Yeah,
as an American citizen.
Choose whoever you want.
It's just like we went from that, and I love the thing where it's like, hey, JD Vance is so fucking weird. I've tried to be like, he's just do you know how long he's been a senator?
No.
Like 4 fucking years.
Oh, God.
He's a baby in this shit.
When I think about JD Vance, it just makes me think of Talladega Nights, where it's like, I don't know what to do with my
That's
hands.
exactly what
That's
it
kind of the vibe I get from him.
Speaking of just weird candidates, I assume you guys have seen the stuff with Kennedy that has come out as of
I
late.
don't
That's
give a
just-
shit about
Oh my-
Robert F.
how do you
Kennedy
not-
Jr.
Just the stupid
He ate a
shit.
bear.
Yeah, like he put a bear in a park and put a bike on it.
dead
I was
bear.
just like,
Yeah.
Pretend it got hit. Dude's got brain worms.
So like someone had said something about I can't remember. Someone said if Tim Walz becomes president or vice president, he did some weird shit like 10 years ago or something. And some dude was like, Dick Cheney shot a dude like in the face.
Yep, and nothing happened.
Where was it? You guys remember that?
Yo, of course I remember that.
There wasn't an investigation or nothing. They shot the dude in the face.
I'm sorry that Cheney shot me in the face.
I bring this up because
My
I've been
bad.
recently seeing more like the campaign. Remember the Zach Galifianakis, Will Ferrell, where like Zach Galifianakis just shoots the guy, shoots Will Ferrell in the leg. Black Hawk down! Black Hawk down!
Oh god, I can't wait
hunting accident.
I cannot wait for the politics to be over. I cannot wait for the.
We haven't seen anything, and we're entering that
true.
cycle where, like, we're not gonna try to get political, but when stupid shit happens, we're gonna have to bring it up because it's going to happen more. Again, not to get political, but like, have you guys seen that Trump isn't doing any campaigning for like 2 weeks?
I wonder why.
And he's failed to pay a bunch of venues. So a lot of times outdoor venues don't charge you things because they'll charge you like because it's outdoor. All his indoor venues apparently hasn't paid shit, so no one's welcoming him back. And so like the swing states that he was supposed to be heavily campaigning in, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Florida, fucking Walz and Kamala are just fucking there like every 3 days, and he's in fucking Mar-a-Lago giving shitty press conferences.
The thing is,
Oh
like,
my god, it's so
man.
you couldn't write this shit better.
you are Trump, Donald, if I may.
Weird Uncle Donald, yeah.
Drop
Sorry.
out.
Just honestly,
I know you're not going to. It's
The
a sense
issue
of
is-
pride.
the issue is like
and
he can't because the RNC already happened, and so
Yep.
they'd have to do a bunch of weird shit.
yeah, it is illegal for him to drop out.
I mean,
currently.
he could not illegal, but like,
So this is
Well, he can't be replaced.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so he's on the fucking
The
ticket.
thing is, it's just like, dude, I understand, like, not
He
literally.
spiraled so quickly.
He's like, I'm gonna win. And he's like, Kamala's right. He's like, oh no.
Like Trump's going up, and then Biden drops out, and every Republican or every Democrat that was like, "Thank Christ, Kamala," and they just shot up everywhere. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
In my pocket. I'm like, why is my pocket fucking irritating me? I got my wallet in it.
I was gonna say Heather hasn't texted me saying she needs help with a child. So
Yeah, no.
but yeah, that's just fucking wild.
Yeah, if I randomly leave, that's why.
If
Yeah,
we get something, it's 'cause
But
Heather
but
is
she can
not
handle it.
assistance.
Yeah.
But yeah, not to get political. It's just one of those things where like I just love that.
Yeah, no,
we've
there's
just,
too much
We've taken it,
circling
flipped
around.
it to weird and snowflakes. Like just completely flipped it on the other party, and it's fucking great. Again, I don't care who you vote
Yeah,
for.
you're-
I don't.
again,
It's totally up to you.
This is not a political podcast.
This is not a political
You
podcast.
vote for whoever you want
However,
to.
at the God tier, we do have a political podcast that you can hear for all the money in the world.
yeah,
So-
it's called. God, I need Red, White, and You.
Oh my god, that's so fucking good, Anthony, actually. That's so fucking TM, come on now. Red, White, and You. I gotta see this shit. Hang on. I'm looking at my podcatcher real quick, see if Red, White, and You is a thing.
I mean, if it's not by now, people are
It's not a
idiots.
thing. Yeah, well, ours wasn't taken either.
Yeah,
I mean,
idiots.
It's just a pun.
What Nodcast? Great fucking double pun.
Red, White, and You is a show.
Damn it.
However, yep, it's a political podcast.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yeah, there's actually like 6 of them.
yeah, wow.
So good.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's 6 of them.
Yeah. Such a fucking Red, White, and You is so fucking good. Yeah, sorry. Again, not to get political, I just had to bring it up because it's been itching. Like,
Oh no,
fucking
you're
Tim
fine.
Walz is just America's dad, just the weirdest dude in the world.
Yeah,
and
when I
love
found
him
out it
so
was
much.
Waltz,
I love him so much.
I was very, very happy because
Tampon Tim. It's so fucking wild.
he's the one who made it so every child can have
With
food
school lunches, breakfast
free.
and lunch, and tampons in all the
in every bathroom.
in every bathroom, including the boys' bathroom, which people think is weird. However, if you know anything about boys' bathrooms, there's just a giant penis on it already, and that shit is empty, trying to be flushed down the toilet.
Yep. There's at least one guy.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying it would have been me, but someone stuck it up their
Jarrett.
butt.
No.
Fun fact about tampons, they got strings so they can be pulled out.
It's fine. But yeah, it's just I love it so much. Anyway, you guys can talk about the next topic.
I watched Princess Diaries 2 for the first time today.
It's not. I don't. That's not. But it's okay. It's just miracles happen all the time.
Heather was watching it, and she was quoting it. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you quoting that? How are you? She's like, oh, I love this movie. Like, we've been in a relationship for almost 10 years. We have never watched this in the 10 years.
Miracles happen.
She was quoting it with it, and she's almost
Yeah,
like,
it's-
what the fuck?
But
the moment it-
Jacoby.
What?
Andrew Jacoby. I don't know. That's the guy she's gonna marry, but then breaks it off.
I've
Yeah.
seen the first one.
Yeah, no, Chris Pine shows up, and she bumps into him. I'm like, is that the bad guy or the actual love interest? She's like, both. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and Gimli shows up as this weird uncle.
Dude, it was so weird because it's John Rhys Davis.
John Rhys
And
Davis.
he's talking. I'm like, why the fuck do I know this
That's
guy?
Gimli.
Yeah, look it
Because
up. I'm like,
Gimli's
oh,
there.
it's Gimli.
It's Gimli.
Like, he's just, I don't think I've ever recognized him outside
Fucking
of Lord of the
Hector
Rings.
Elizonte
Really?
still is the fucking.
I've only seen him as Gimli.
Yeah.
Sorry, that blows.
No,
I've seen him.
I've
in a
only
ton of other stuff.
recognized him as.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I've seen him in a ton of
Got
stuff.
Hector
ton of other stuff.
Elizonte as her driver still.
Mm-hmm. It's got that one guy who's
Raven Simone.
at Ravens. Yeah, Julie Garland.
So Julie Garland?
Yeah, she's his
names.
grandma.
No.
No, I'm mixing up my
Yep.
old white women.
Yes, you are.
The one who's in The
Mary
Sound of
Poppins.
Music.
Well, who is it?
Julie Andrews.
Yes. Yes.
Who the fuck did I just say?
Julie Gardner. Or,
God, that's fucking.
Snow White or Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yes.
God damn.
I'm tapping my
What a-
heels.
what a-
Sorry
He's got
again.
4 hours of
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah,
you're
I'm
gonna
on-
put
Excuse
it right
to
left.
sleep.
Speaking of
You
movies,
guys, dude. Next week I'm gonna get real weird. It's gonna be like I'm gonna be lack of sleep.
and movies real quick.
Yep.
There's no
I
real
have
quick section now.
One piece of news that Anthony, I think you can get a laugh at this like I did. Blade's not gonna happen.
Wow, what a
It got
shock!
canceled off entirely now because they once again the director's like the script is bad and they were instead of doing rewrites.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Blade with spoiler alert, man.
No.
No, like the Mahershala Ali one has been just taken off the slate entirely because they wanted to
Just
do rewrites
good.
again. So now
Here's
it's
the
looking
thing.
like it might just be canceled.
If you're gonna do it, one, just get Wesley back. It's fine. Not that the other guy's not fine. Just do a Midnight Suns.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
do
no,
the Midnight
I
Suns.
agree.
Introduce
I
everyone
agree.
that I want with the Midnight Suns.
You know the best part?
I agree.
You don't even have to make an origin. Just make it so they're all joining together.
you guys
we need
hear-
to get team back together.
Did you guys hear the leaked Kang Dynasty plot?
No.
TVA going around collecting anchor beings for the Prime timeline, and that's how you get Wolverine and Ghost Rider and all 3 Spider-Mans and all that shit, and how they bring everyone into the universe is because they're collecting anchor beings for the Prime timeline to make sure that it can stand
Well, that makes sense.
to fight Kang. And then at the very end, because all the anchor beings are on one timeline, it collapses and Kang recreates it into Battle World, and that's how Secret Wars was supposed to happen.
Too
Which
bad
I'm pretty
we
sure
won't
Secret
use it
Wars
anymore.
is still supposed to happen, but I don't know how they're gonna fucking set that.
We're getting
Yeah.
Doom now instead.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll get the
Doom line.
Doomsday and then
Jared.
Secret Wars.
Also, give me 1 second. Can you fill some time?
Oh yeah, they
When
also
you-
I was able to find online because they haven't put it out publicly yet, but people leaked the footage, of course. But they revealed for Daredevil Born Again, which I was excited for. I don't know
whole
about
cast.
everybody else, but like I loved the Netflix shows.
Didn't
I
watch it.
loved the tones that they were doing.
Wow,
with
you
them.
mean the show that everyone was crying for everyone to be back for? No, no one loved them.
But the trailer, like, they would look really.
punch him.
It caught my interest immediately. Like we had Charlie Cox. It showed everybody, even Foggy and all them.
Yeah,
coming
the guy from fucking the Butterfly Effect.
Yeah. Surprisingly, yeah, his best friend from there. Yeah, it had like everybody coming back, so that was super exciting. They showed John Bernthal, they showed Bullseye, they showed everything. I'm excited for it. It looks really good. So yeah, there's that.
Let's go down the list. Disney movies and TV shows that were announced.
Can I
See, I
do
didn't
my
even look at
thing,
the
though,
list.
Of course you can.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Go ahead.
I'm glad that you filled enough time, but I pulled it up real quick.
Okay.
I've been waiting for.
I
like,
was ready just to fill
3.5
more time. I'm
minutes.
just gonna start.
We can do that in
even
a
more.
second. The movie Trap by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm back in on it, man.
you are.
I think I am.
Yar.
I listen
Alright,
to
you
Blank.
let me know how you feel
I
about
listened
it.
to Blank Check, and so I got the spoiler-filled thing. Right, we got a little bit wrong. The daughter doesn't know. Right.
Oh, okay.
The wife
Okay.
knew and sold him out to the cops. Also, Lady Raven was in on the entire thing. Again, played by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, and she produced the entire musical album for the entire the whole soundtrack, and so like that's her. Here's what sold me on it. Okay, what's the movie called?
Trap.
There is a person in the movie, and she's a criminologist and a psychological profiler, right? I don't remember her name, but she is played by Haley Mills. Do you know who Haley Mills is?
Not off the top of my head. No.
You wouldn't. She was in a very famous movie in 1961 that had a very famous remake, where she played two identical people.
Whose parents divorced and moved
Yeah.
to different parts of the
Parent
world.
Trap?
Right.
Really?
Right. Yeah, she was the twins in The Parent Trap. And what is this movie about? Yeah.
I mean, Trap.
A parent?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great, isn't it? M. Night Shyamalan,
Okay.
like, the guy who does Blade Chick was, like, interviewing him, like, he wouldn't directly say that, but it's just such a fucking nod, because Haley Mills hasn't done shit in American cinema in, like, 60 years, and she went to work with M. Night, and it's just it sold me on the goddamn premise, and apparently the movie is actually really fucking good.
Okay. All
Like,
right.
the way it's shot, you're always... The antagonist, Cooper, who is the main guy, has a walkie-talkie like device where he's constantly listening to radios, and it's where he has like the screen where he's kidnapped people. That is the perspective of the movie. When that changes hands is when you get someone else's perspective. That's and it's such a good and
That's
like,
a good plot device.
Here's the twist, right? The twist is you care about this man and actually want him to succeed in what he's doing. And it makes you very uncomfortable the longer you sit with him because he's just genuinely a good dad who's just a terrible human being. And like, I'm probably going to go
Alright,
see
yeah,
it.
no,
And
Like,
the
but
after
it's
credits
so-
is the exact same one from Split, where it's just Bruce Willis again.
Bruce Willis. But this time he's got Alzheimer's or whatever he's got.
He's going around glass.
But yeah, it sold me back on. Like they're going through this plot line and like
You're so
like
I swear to God.
and like his self-insert is probably like it's apparently the greatest self-insert he's ever did.
Okay.
He's a backstage worker who's like guiding. He's basically plot armor as he's guiding them to the Lady Raven backstage.
I mean,
it's so fucking
there have been some
good.
great M. Night Shyamalans. I really like Mel Gibson's
I might
Wife
be back on
Killer.
board for that, huh?
Okay.
And then also like when he got
Yeah.
called fat by his own character. Yeah. Put on a little weight there recently, huh?
But yeah, that made me like immediately back in. I'm like, that's such a fucking M. Night thing to do. I don't care, and it still looks so fucking good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that one might
Also,
turn out good then.
no CGI crowds. Those are all real crowds.
Wow, they really
Shot in Toronto.
they really waited for COVID to drop, huh?
Oh, it's fucking great. Like there's like 20,000 people there.
M. Night got stir crazy. He's like, I need a movie with this 20,000 people. Like Disney announcements.
Disney announcement.
Let's go through them.
Yeah, sure.
We have, of course,
I
bunch
wasn't.
of
I
bullshit.
Didn't know what all the, yeah, I was about to say.
Then
I know a
don't-
couple.
No,
things
let's
right
do the
now,
bullshit.
but-
'cause I
You want to go all the way from the top?
all the way from the top.
Are you
let's
sure?
see, what are they really trying to shove?
We got
on
time
us?
to kill.
All right, because there's Disney park announcements. and-
Oh, don't care about those.
Okay,
Fuck
we'll
that.
go straight to movies then.
Yeah, sure.
So, we have Moana 2.
I saw the trailer now, and I don't care.
Moana's a big
Okay.
sister. There's a cursed island that they
I
have
thought
to
she was a
find.
daughter. That's not her daughter.
No, that's her little sister.
That's an age gap.
Yeah,
As motherfucker.
Yeah, imagine having a brother
Also,
or
I
sister
don't-
who's like 13
I
years
don't
younger.
like that she is quote unquote the
Huh,
Wayfinder,
Anthony,
as
Yeah.
if it's some sort of mystical being.
I don't like that they're back to the island. The whole point was they go from
Well,
island
now
to
they're
island.
going to a different cursed island, but they just have to step foot on the sand to break the curse.
They gotta-
Anthony,
they gotta
I
find
have
Skull
no
Island.
idea what
Yeah,
it's
they do
like
basically
to
have
have
to
a
find
sibling
Skull Island.
17 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's weird.
It is.
Continue,
It is
Anthony.
super weird.
We have the title for the third Avatar movie,
Fire and Ashes,
Fire and Ash.
which is not what it was supposed to be called. It's supposed to be called the Seed Bearer.
Yeah.
However, the concept art looks fucking incredible.
Looks really good.
Is it-
fucking incredible,
Is he
man.
still using papayas?
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
No, it's a SNL.
Oh, okay.
It's the fucking what's his face? Ryan Gosling there. It's just like these are just papyrus in bold.
I heard
Okay.
papaya.
I heard papaya
Yeah,
too.
And I was
My
confused. I was like, "What do you mean papaya?
Yeah,
Is this
the
food?"
concept art looks badass.
Does
like
it?
the,
Yeah.
the
I haven't
Fire tribe
seen
of the
anything 'cause I
Na'vi
didn't know
look,
Yeah, they look nothing like the
incredible.
Na'vi.
No,
which is great.
They
I
look
needed that.
fucking crazy.
So the next one's gonna be what? Did we say it was gonna be Earth or Wind?
Fire.
Fire.
No, after Fire, because we're doing the Avatar
Oh.
cycle.
Oh, it's gonna be Earth.
Earth. Okay.
Earth, because technically the first Na'vi were air.
Okay, there we go.
'Cause-
Oh yeah, that is
Because they flew, like, and then water, fire, and air. That's the Avatar cycle.
We have the Monster Jam movie.
I'm sorry, what?
Monster Jam.
Okay, is this Monster Truck, Monster Jam?
Monster Truck, Monster Jam. The aesthetics of the car film franchise with some impressive
Fuck
monster
off!
trucks.
They did that with planes.
Yeah, but that one had Dane Cook in it.
It did. Dane Cook in it.
So it's a
Holy
new Pixar
fuck.
film. Yep, we're getting it's a Monster Jam branded one, dude. I really hope they make El Toro Loco really like stereotypical Mexican. Have Gabriel Iglesias
Yeah,
do El
just-
Toro
just-
Loco because that'd be
just fucking
funny.
Gonzalez
Or
So they're
Danny
just
Trejo.
doing cars, but monster trucks.
Yes, just like when we did planes or
fucking-
cars,
Cars,
but
but-
with planes.
And don't forget
That
cars, but
doesn't-
with planes in there.
I can't
emergency
wait
vehicles.
till they win whatever random stupid cup competition that. Fuck, it's dumb.
We
Fuck,
have
it's stupid.
Toy Story 5.
Yeah, Bonnie Toys versus technology.
Yeah, where the maker of Finding Nemo and Finding Dory
the creator.
and Wall-E
mind of
We sucked his
and John Carter of Mars.
Rob Schneider's a stapler.
Stapler.
the
There's
stapler.
Elio.
Elio.
Living
Yeah. Which has been postponed like 17 million
Yep.
times.
boy gets kidnapped by aliens, travels the universe.
Oh, we haven't
It's
seen
like
that
Moms
before.
Needs Mars and Home and
What? I've never heard of these movies.
or,
What are
or
they
batteries not
similar by
included kind
chance?
of thing.
One of them has Seth Green playing a child, whose voice was dubbed over by an actual child. A third Incredible Films.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait for that.
Michael Giacchino.
See
You
what
give
they're
me
doing
another
for it.
bop and my soul is yours.
I enjoy those. I'm kind of curious what they're doing with this one.
I want a prequel. I want Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. That's what I
that would
want.
be good.
I'd really be.
You got to do it before they get too old.
Before the coach dies.
Yeah. Or what's her name?
I don't know.
Fucking. She's in Silence of the Lamb. She plays Claire.
Oh, I know who you're talking. Jodie
Yeah.
Foster.
Yeah, Jodie Foster, because she's Elastigirl.
Is she Elastigirl?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I
Yeah.
didn't realize
It's
she was
got a weird
Elastigirl.
cast. We have Zootopia 2.
Zootopia.
Yeah. Where there's a snake.
Craig T. Nelson. That's who I was looking for. Craig T. Nelson.
Which brings up a whole thing about reptiles now. Where were they in the first movie?
Well, Anthony, that'll get answered in that movie, maybe.
We have the movie Hoppers.
So, what's that?
It's just like it's the opposite. It's the next one in the Push franchise, or is it? I don't know what's Hoppers and Rabbits.
It's about a man and a beaver who swap places.
Oh God,
That doesn't even make sense. I'd imagine a rabbit or even like a kangaroo. Why a beaver?
Frozen 3 and 4.
I like how they just do two of them. They're like, we know you bitches want it.
Frozen 3 will be
Fucking
2027, and they've
Let
confirmed
it go.
4.
Let it go.
I don't know how you can get another story, but I've been proven wrong before.
Have you though?
We have a new movie in the Star Wars franchise.
You guys,
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
that
yeah.
Jason Lee is Syndrome in the first Incredible
Yeah, it's
movies.
a weird
wow.
My
cast.
name is Earl.
Yeah, yeah. Wow,
Fucking
really?
Dave. Yes, I forgot it was
Samuel
him.
L. Jackson as Frozone.
Oh, I knew
See, Samuel
that.
Jackson, it's easy to remember him. Come on now. But yeah, no, I didn't know that Jodie Foster and
It's
yeah,
not.
wow.
It's Holly. It's Holly Hunter.
Oh, you lied to me.
I swear it was Jodie Foster.
It's
You
not.
fucking lied to me.
Anyway,
It's Holly Hunter.
the new Star Wars movie coming out in 2026 called The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
See, I don't care. I would say I cared, but then I feel like I'd be lying because let me guess, it's going to be some kind of bullshit origin thingy to
No,
like,
it's
put
just-
them in the movies.
No, it's a sequel. He's gonna get a Razor Crest by the end because they showed a character driving a Razor Crest. What a shock! Freakier Friday.
Yeah,
the
Alex
series.
is really excited about Freakier Friday.
I don't need this one necessarily.
How-
I've been on a Lindsay
you-
Lohan kick recently, though.
I let
I
her
watched
kick me.
See, I enjoyed
Kirby
the first
Fully
one
Loaded
for
and
what it is.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
I
and
Parent Trap.
enjoyed
I didn't like the Parent
first one
Trap.
they did.
Mean Girls, and there's one other one that
We have
I
the
can't
same
remember.
birthday.
But no, with this one now, if it's going to be just the two of them switching again, then I call bullshit.
Yeah, she should have learned her lesson.
Well, I call bullshit because the end of the movie
Was
they
the
did
grandpa
last
and
time
the-
was the
the
grandpa
and the little boy.
and the little boy. So like
And the
they should have
Chinese
done something
woman.
with that. Like it
No,
shouldn't
we
be
got-
those two again.
Yeah, that was
Freakier.
17 again, motherfucker.
We have in the final movie announced Mike's favorite movie. He's so excited for. I've never seen this man be so happy for a movie coming out.
Which one?
The live-action Lilo and Stitch.
He told me I need to shut up talking about it because he doesn't want spoilers.
So fucking pissed at this movie. There are very few truths I hold dear in my life, and it is that Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time.
It's a great movie.
And do not fucking touch it. They're gonna fuck
Fine Roller
it up.
Coaster Ride is
Oh,
great.
they're gonna make it bad. They're gonna fuck up the soundtrack. They're gonna fuck up the casting.
Jumba.
And it's gonna fucking piss me off. Here's the thing. Both of those actors, voice actors, are still alive. If you do not cast them as Jumba Jukiba and Pleakley, you can fuck right off. I said that Michael Clark Duncan need to be Cobra Bubbles. Anthony pointed out that he's dead, and so now I don't know where to start with that. I guess you can get Keith Davies in it.
I mean, we could always get Ving Rhames, who did actual Cobra Bubbles.
Oh shit! Yeah, I thought he was dead too.
Oh, actually, I don't know. No, he's still alive. He's 65.
Yeah, fucking get that man to do it. However, I pointed out something to Anthony. Do you know who's gonna play Cobra Bubbles?
I don't know anything about
Neither
this.
do we.
No, we don't know. It's not confirmed.
I'm calling my shot right now.
Okay.
If you had to choose a large, muscular, semi-black person
Who's bald?
who's bald. Oh, Jared, did your soul die right there too a little bit?
There's only one man
who's
I can think
already
that would do
in
it.
Disney's pocket.
Oh, in Disney's pocket? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if
He's
in
made a couple
Disney's pocket.
movies. Yeah.
Who are you thinking?
Oh,
He was a boat guy.
He was a boat guy.
probably not who I'm thinking.
So-
An
sometimes-
immortal man.
Sometimes
in
he's
the
a
same
shark
movie.
guy.
Sometimes he's a Black Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not who I thought, though.
Who'd you think?
Oh, I was thinking Terry Crews because
That would be great, too.
that
I
would be
accept
better.
him. I'm thinking Dwayne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr.
the
The
more
Rock,
you talk
see
about
it?
it, I was like,
You
no, it's
see
gonna
it,
be
right?
Dwayne.
Right?
It's gonna be
The
him.
Rock.
He's gonna try to be
Mr.
really cool.
Johnson.
Oh, that's right. You can call him that now. I'm not gonna. Just fuck. I don't want him.
No one does.
I don't want him.
No one does.
He doesn't need the
Go
money.
Moana too, and leave Terry Crews would be fun too. I think Terry
Crews would be
Crews is
good.
too energetic though.
Mr. Dwayne Johnson got wrestling back.
Dwayne Johnson.
Let him just
It's
have
like
that.
Mr.
Stop
Johnson.
fucking hiring him.
Ah!
He got wrestling chairmanship.
Anyway,
Fuck yeah.
like I hold Lilo and Stitch on like a pedestal that it should not be on. I love.
No,
I
it
do
needs
too-
to be
I
on
do
that
as well.
pedestal. It's
I
great.
loved
fucking love that movie.
everything. I watched the series. I watched
Yes!
the sequel
It
series.
was so much fun.
It was great. They're gonna fuck it up, and I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
But if they do
Because-
really well,
I swear. Here's the thing: they better have fucking Pudge in the beginning. I'm gonna be
My-
so fucking pissed off they don't have Pudge in the
I'm
beginning.
actually inclined to agree with Mike.
dude, we're gonna get a
because,
flashback of the parents dying.
well, the initial live action Stitch
Don't
they were
want that.
showing was awful, and it went through a Sonic thing where they changed it, and now
Yeah.
it looks like how it should. It's
It
like
looks
what
like
else in
Sonic,
this movie
or it
is
looks like-
bad.
I can't wait to
Right.
see it with 4 arms. See what it actually looks like.
I don't.
I agree with Mike. They're not going to do it well. It'll be like
It's
The
a-
Lion King, where like it's
That-
just
well, here's-
it's not
okay,
going to
so
hit the same.
It's
They're
a
not gonna
live
get shot on
action
that.
movie with aliens, and I don't remember the last time Disney did a good live action movie with aliens.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I don't count
Not,
that.
not
I don't count Marvel.
counting
movies.
Marvels?
No.
Oh, that's easy. It's my neighbor Martian with Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, my favorite Martian. My favorite Martian with Jeff Daniels and Christopher Lloyd with the talking suit that is Newman.
Yeah.
That's such a. I forgot that movie.
There's been other movies recently, but
I don't think so.
that out of your ass.
Where did you think? I've thought about that movie in so long.
I haven't either.
You know, it's based on an old TV series.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That hurt my brain.
It's psychic damage.
Yes.
There's movies I can think of with aliens, but I don't think
He
they're
chews
Disney's.
gum to be regular people, and there's one gum for every.
And guy swallows it at the end.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who's the main bad guy in that?
I don't remember.
Oh my god!
Give me
You're gonna
one
make me
second.
look it up.
We're gonna.
Oh God, Anthony.
My favorite Martian, 1999.
Yeah, no, live action Lilo and Stitch doesn't need to happen. It should have never been a thing. Much like how I feel with the Mufasa thing, it just shouldn't have been done. You didn't need to.
I can't wait to not watch it.
Exactly how I feel.
Photos are in black and
Christopher
white.
Lloyd, Jeff Daniels, Ray Walston.
It's got that one guy who's inconceivable. So I'm going to assume that it's Sam
Wallace
Sean.
Shawn.
Yeah. He feels like he would be the bad guy.
I don't think so.
Plays coli. I don't
Well,
know.
while they searched that up, I found out fish make noise, and I was
Oh my
distraught.
god, I forgot Stephen Anthony's in that movie. Beans is in that movie from Even Stevens.
Oh wow.
Yeah, fish makes noise.
Yeah, no.
Explain.
Oh well, it's a thing on Netflix. I recommend checking it out. I thought it was pretty neat. Was Secret World of Sound, where they just they had microphones that were picking up like insect noises and things. But in doing so, yeah, I found out that fish are literally just birds. Like, I assume mating and whatnot had always been like they have their flashy colors or like they build nests. Like, yeah, no, they actually like without vocal cords, they just like they clack teeth that they have, or they like push water through their gills in certain ways that it makes like high frequency noises
That
and
we
like,
just can't hear.
Yeah, like we can't hear it, but it's like birds singing back and forth when they do it, and I'm like, oh. So fish do communicate as well, just like everything else on the planet.
We
just
pull out
never
the water
been
and
able to
they're
fucking hear it.
and they're just screaming like,
Yes,
"Oh my
exactly."
God! What, Sharon? Sharon, get the kids!
Yeah, because there was one fish, I don't remember the name of it, but like it
Joseph.
makes its nest like up against the cliff face, and they like hunker down in it, and then they force water out through their gills, and the decibel rate that it comes up, they said one fish by itself, and it equals out to like a lion's roar. So like when you have the herd of them, the island people were hearing this noise forever, had no fucking clue where it was coming from. It turns out it's these fucking fish calling to the females.
Well, it can't be fucking fish. They don't have vocal cord. Are you saying that Jaws 4: The Revenge was real?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Anthony.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
But yeah, no, they do that, and it turns out it's because all the females are in deep water, so like sound travels faster in water, so they let out the thing so it penetrates, and then but each one is unique, so just like much like I learned, like they also teach you this thing about like every bird, even if they sound alike, all of them have like frequency differences in just like key tones in what
Yep.
they do.
It's
And
like
fish are the same fucking way. Like, everyone that pushes out and makes that sound, everyone has something a little unique about it. So females can hone in on the one they're looking for and, like, the giant wave of noise coming out.
It is.
So that's fucking insane. It was a really neat little
It
thing.
is Mr. Inconceivable.
Oh, it is!
He is the villain.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I recommend it to everybody. At David Attenborough, which anybody, if you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s like me, he was in, like, all the animal documentaries. He's the kind British man who talks about the animal.
Sorry,
He's a very old man. I guess this was, like, the last thing he did.
I slammed down my phone because the villain is Dr. Coli.
E. coli?
Dr. Elliot Coli.
E. coli, yeah.
He's Dr.
Yeah, I got it.
We got the Skeleton Crew, a Star Wars show. Group of kids lost in a galaxy far, far away.
Sure, don't care. I'm sorry to anyone who really enjoys all the Star Wars stuff. I haven't been.
There's a rumor going around that this is gonna be a Kylo Ren prequel because it takes after Return of the Jedi.
Tell you what, I would, if they can figure out what the fuck it is they're doing, I might be more on board with some things, but like they don't even know what.
Andor season 2. I'm excited for that.
That one I'm actually kind of okay with.
I'll
That
watch
was a good
that.
show.
Krennic and Alan Tudyk are coming back as K2SO and Dr. Director Krennic. So it's probably going to happen right before.
Fair.
Ironheart's in the works.
I don't care. I have so much superhero fatigue. I don't care.
Daredevil,
Yeah, I know you don't.
which Jared already talked about. David Blaine is getting his own National Geographic show
Interesting. Okay.
called Do Not Attempt.
Interesting.
You can also watch My Favorite Martian on Disney Plus.
And Tubi. I'll look it up. Gentlemen,
I am a gentleman. Yes.
the day, February 12th. The year,
Yes, the Eyes of March.
1999.
When
The
they hit
box
towers.
office, not quite.
That
The
was
box office is rampant with...
Are we playing the box office game?
We're playing the box office game. It's rampant with nostalgia 90s and the early aughts cringe. Gentlemen, opening number 1 in the box office is a movie I've never fucking heard of. And it didn't make a lot of money.
In
Well,
99,
this is
early
off to a
99. So
great
this is
start.
before Star Wars Episode
Yep.
1.
We're going to skip over the first 2.
Okay.
The number 1 in the box office in its first week of the release is Message in a Bottle, which I have no idea. And number 2 in the box office is Payback, A movie again I have no idea about. However,
Message in the Bottle is a song by The Police.
however, number 3 in the box office in its first week, making $13 million essentially over its run, is My Favorite Martian. Opening number 3.
Which is understandable. It was a remake.
Yep.
And it starred some very famous actors at the time.
Number 4 in the box office is a teen dramedy starring one FPJ. And she is a lot, some might say.
Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
No.
I missed who's the actress.
FPJ.
You know who that is. Come
Freddie
on,
Prinze
fuck
Jr.
on. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like, the minute Freddie Prinze... I
No,
know-
FPJ. I don't think anyone's ever said that before.
no, that's why.
Uh-huh.
Okay, is
Maybe she's a nerd, but maybe she's kind of hot.
Yeah.
it's one that Chris Evans was remaked in the parody for Not
Yes.
Another Teen Movie.
Yes.
God, what is it called?
Yeah,
I see
drawing,
it.
I know the non-others, but I can't
She's
remember
All
the name
That.
of it. She's all that. Okay.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot. I know that. I know.
I've seen too much Not Another Teen Movie. That one was overrated.
Number 5 in the box office is a dramatical fiction of a playwright that is smitten.
It's just a movie that should not have won, but it
Probably.
did. It's got Gwyneth Paltrow in it.
Oh,
What is it?
Shakespeare in
it
Love.
is Shakespeare in Love.
That movie won the Oscar this year.
Yeah, number 6 in the box office. I gotta double check something real quick because I want to make sure that I don't f it up. But I'm pretty sure we've talked about, if not
Morbius.
No. Yes, I am correct. We watched this movie, or we talked about this movie last April.
I mean,
It is.
I don't know.
Maybe they got locked away for a while.
This is April Frasier's, by
Yes,
the way, not
it's
April.
Perhaps they got locked away
And did they
for a very long
come
time.
back?
It's possible they came back from a bygone era, perhaps. They're
Monkey
locking up.
Bone.
Yes, it's Chris Kattan. No, they're locked in a bunker because of a mistake, and the bunker is fully furnished. And so all the history they know up to is like 1969.
Blast from the past.
It is Blast from the Past. Number 7 in the box office.
Do you don't know that one?
I don't know that
yeah,
one.
Yeah, it's the
you
movie
don't know that
comes
one?
out and then he's
No.
all
Oh
like,
my God,
what is
so
all
fucking
this?
wild.
Yeah.
No,
number-
that sounds like a fun movie though.
Number 7 in the
should watch
box
it.
office. It is the first VHS tape that my mother ever bought that came
Titanic.
on 2. So you're close.
Oh, wow, I was
Came
so
on
close.
2. It came on 2. She had 3: Titanic, this one, and one other one. What is this one?
Okay, so
Tom Hanks.
Oh, is it a romance?
It is not a romance.
Then this is
It's a-
the boat one, Castaway.
No.
Oh.
It's a war movie.
Oh, you don't know that Tom Hanks is in that movie?
Yeah, no, go
We
ahead.
watched the beginning of it,
Yeah, yeah,
and
we
we
did.
all laughed when the guy picked up his arm.
Jesus Christ!
we did. Saving Private Ryan.
It's Saving Private Ryan, which is the wildest concept for a movie, by the way.
I mean,
Well, no, we watched it in American History because
Yeah, we
Mr.
did.
Salisbury said that this is the most accurate depiction of D-Day that we will ever see.
Yep.
And then when the guy picked up his arm, all of us high schoolers like,
were
ha
fucking
ha.
terrible.
And it's like, in hindsight, it's like, oh, we should not have laughed at the man who probably
Well,
what's really happened.
I've laughed at worse since then.
Well, yeah, you look at the mirror.
The next one in the
myself
box
every
office is
day.
Rushmore. Number 9 in the box office in its third week. It's a Robin Williams vehicle where he may or may not be a doctor.
Patch Adams?
It's Patch Adams.
Okay, I couldn't tell. I couldn't remember if that came out sooner.
I believe he is a doctor.
I'm gonna say he is a doctor and he does the clown thing for like
Yeah.
yeah.
Because,
If he's not, then that would be super fucked up.
by the way, just want to
Just a
say,
dude breaking
Shakespeare in
and
Love beat Saving Private Ryan
Yeah.
as
Suck
number
a
1
dick.
movie. Yeah,
Suck
exactly. That's what I don't remember what I was pissed about. Well, as soon as he said Saving Private Ryan, I'm like, that's it. That's the movie.
That's
that
the
movie.
thing.
You should not have beaten that movie.
That shouldn't have no.
That movie gave people trauma.
Number
the veterans
yeah.
saw it.
Number 10 in the box office is a football movie.
I love football.
It's got a color in its name. But it means like you're sad.
Blue.
Yes.
Radio.
No. Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blue.
Followed by Life is Beautiful, The Thin Red Line, and then a movie that I watched one too many times.
A Few Good Men.
No, as a child in elementary school or in
Pearl
middle
Harbor.
school and high school. No, it stars John Travolta as a lawyer, and they are suing a tanning factory because it's poisoning the children because the tanning chemicals are leaking into the water supply. However, their firm is too small, and they end up giving it to a larger firm. It's based on a real event, by the way, guys.
Philadelphia.
No. If you're bringing a lawsuit against someone, what is that called? Like if it's not like,
Being served.
kind of. If you're not going to like federal court, it's more like small claims. It's more considered what?
I've never been sued or sued anyone.
It's a civil action.
Civil action. I've never heard of this movie, Michael.
Oh, okay.
When you're going to say John Travolta movie, I thought you were going to be like
Boogie Nights.
Michael.
Yeah, that was expecting
or
something, yeah.
Number 14 in the box office is 13-week Holding Strong animated movie, considered to be one of Anthony's favorite animated movies of all time because it's beautiful. We mentioned all the time on this fucking podcast.
Small Soldiers.
It is a DreamWorks
No, DreamWorks.
before Shrek, and they took the Kratzenberg route. What were they doing? Maybe he was found in some reeds.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
No, it's one of the best movies ever. Yep.
Yeah,
I was just like,
I know you.
do you not know? Found in some reeds.
Found in some
So
reeds.
what
It's-
happened
it's-
was his home planet was destroyed, and he
Oh
was
my
sent
God.
off to live with other people. And
It's possible he was adopted by a king or thereabouts in the equivalent of.
and Voldemort is his brother.
It's true. Also, he has a magic Jesus staff.
I'm so confused. What is this?
Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't realize that Superman was Moses.
No.
Followed
Yeah, no.
by. Followed by
Nothing's an original idea.
number 15 in the box office is 29th week holdover from last
realized I was
November.
that old.
It's a movie based on
God, I would hope so.
a cartoon series that introduces a new plot point because it was getting stale.
Fairly Odd Parents.
No. It got a sequel eventually.
Scooby-Doo.
No. You're thinking wrong network. You had the network correct on the first one.
It's getting stale.
They have a big wagon and it's scary.
Richard Scarry's.
The dad invents the big
Were
wagon.
you just gonna come up with something?
It's
with a big
Rugrats.
wagon
It's Rugrats.
in
It's
it?
Rugrats.
Yeah, it's Rugrats. the
Yeah, I
movie.
was going.
Richard's big scary wagon.
You know the Adventures of Richard Scarry?
It's the
It's a worm in the apple.
Well, it's the
Rugrats movie.
Yeah, okay.
Where
Followed
Tommy
by
Pickle almost fucking murks
followed
his
by
brother.
Stepmom, Walking Ned Divine, and then a movie that stars Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton. And basically,
Holy fuck.
they find a shit ton of money, and they snap. They
Fool's Gold.
close. It's very basic. It's a very basic idea, and I'm giving you synonyms with that. It's a very basic idea.
I thought something is very
What is
wrong.
it?
I said Basic Instincts.
No, because you're
Simple
using.
Plan.
It is a simple plan.
Oh,
I went with the band, I'll be honest. You're like
It
a
is
basic idea.
It's
Simple plan.
It is a simple plan. It's a movie where they find a shit ton of money, or they murder someone and find a shit ton of money, and then they go fucking crazy deciding on whether they can and cannot spend it.
A simple plan.
Followed by Elizabeth, followed by a rom-com. Right, a rom-com starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
that's You Got
You Got Mail.
You
Yeah.
fucking.
Why do we know that one?
I know, right?
I'm doing something on my phone, and you're like, Tom Hanks, and you're like, oh, that's fucking. I think
by-
they also
Yeah,
Sleepless in Seattle.
Followed
It
by
could have been that one. Too.
21 in
No,
the or a 20
No, Sleepless
No,
in
so-
Seattle's
so-
Nick Cage.
and
Ah.
Sandra Bullock.
I thought it was also Meg Ryan.
No.
No,
21 at the box office. Pixar. Underrated Pixar movie to this day. Has not gotten a sequel. Deserved much better shelf life.
In Pixar 99?
Pixar 99.
That's really early.
It is. It is still not Disney and Pixar. It's still Pixar. fun fact about this movie, it was coming out with a movie from DreamWorks with a similar premise, just more
Bugs
raunchy.
Life.
Oh my god, you're so good.
Yeah, they nailed it in one.
Yeah, they got it in one.
They got a real criminal to be the villain.
22 in the box office. Oh god, that's oh. 22 in the box office. It's a movie
God, I hope so.
where a guy goes to college and it stars the Fonz.
I don't know if it stars him, but he's in it.
He has a tattoo of himself on his
And
ass.
the main actor has a speech impediment.
Really?
Yeah, well, it came out in 98, but yeah.
My parents were still together, so yeah, Bobby Boucher himself.
Mr. Bobby Boucher himself.
It's weird how I got it from a guy goes to college and the Fonz,
And the Fonz
is
is
in it.
there.
But the Fonz was where I was like, wait a
And
minute.
the Water Boy.
Oh my god,
That's
it's
a
the
great
Water
movie.
Boy!
Damn.
It's not that great of a movie.
Gatorade.
Water sucks.
It's
It
really
really,
cold
really
'cause
sucks.
So I want to.
Oh,
Are we done with the box office game?
No, number 38 in the movie is
bitch.
Well, hang on. There's a couple more that I just want to call out to. Number 35 in the box office is 33rd week, held over from Christmas holiday. It was supposed to star George Clooney, but now stars Michael Keaton, and he dies. And is
I
reincarnated.
can see the look in your eye. You
Oh yeah,
reincarnated.
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You say reincarnated. I know.
Yeah, what is it?
That's George Clooney.
Yeah.
It was
He's supposed to be.
That's why the snowman looks like fucking George Clooney.
It's a fun
The
fact.
snowman looks like George
Have
Clooney.
you never looked at
go
that?
rewatch
No.
that.
Go look at fucking.
First off, what movie
Yeah,
is
what
it?
is it?
It's Jack Frost.
Yeah. George Clooney backed out at the last minute. And
Yeah, if you go back and watch that movie,
It looks like
the
George
face
Clooney, the
is
snowman
George
is
Clooney.
George Clooney.
Snowman. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how to
Let's
spell
see.
George. Got it.
You see it, don't you?
Oh my God! It's George Clooney.
Yeah, it's supposed to be George Clooney. Yeah. It was supposed to be George Clooney.
Yeah.
They couldn't
And he
redo the face.
Yeah, he backed out too late for them to remold it. So
It's
they
got
just
his
had to go
eyebrows.
with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my
was
God! I
meant to be
never knew that.
A couple. Big in the City is still in theaters. Rush Hour is still in theaters.
How am I the idiot here? Yeah. In fact, I'm like,
Oh, Ants is
just
still
heard-
in theater. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
I don't think he was
Anthony.
on that episode because that was a movie episode me and you did on a jammy party.
Anthony, remember Vin Diesel?
huh?
He's the bad guy in Fast and
Yeah.
Go ahead with whatever you're gonna say
So-
now. Yeah.
So we're talking about Bill Paxton,
Yeah.
and I want to talk about this movie that haunted my childhood that I did not believe was real.
What is it?
Furious.
So it's a movie about you know this guy's getting flashbacks to his childhood where his father, Bill Paxton, is taken to kill people because he's getting messages from God
Hang on.
to kill these demons.
What the fuck
Hang
are
on.
you watching?
I know this movie. Why do I know this movie?
The plot focuses on a strange relationship between two young brothers and their father who believes he has been commanded by God to kill demons disguised as people.
Yeah.
Frailty,
Yes.
starring Matthew McConaughey.
Yes. Yes.
What in the fuck?
Wild movie from like 1995.
2001.
Holy shit! That's why I know it.
Yeah, like is it?
I've never.
I
heard
like
of
look at
it.
that post.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, because it's a weird movie that I just have in the back. Because it's a guy.
That's fucking insane
It's
for a
basically
concept.
a movie of a guy having a mental breakdown,
Yeah,
getting
A
visions,
psychotic episode.
and killing people. It's a great movie. I remember the scene where he's like, "Yeah, I was." Like, I'm not doing this 100% because I haven't
well,
seen
yeah,
it. He was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, I was working on my car, and then I saw an angel come down and whisper to me that this person was a demon.
It's fucking wild.
So I killed him."
fucking wild.
Yeah,
What a crazy concept.
I know. It's fucking
That's fucking wild.
like he's just Bill Paxton with an axe. He just goes around axing people.
Well,
I feel like Jared, this is right up your alley.
it sounds like it is up my alley. I've never fucking heard of that movie.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, with a very young Matthew McConaughey.
Huh.
Like he's got pecs.
I
Before he did
every
Dallas
so
Stars,
often will come across my feed.
Well, that's why he lost. Don't you know that's why he lost all the way he looks the way he does now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just funny. I'm laughing because
so it really is just kind of sad now.
Yeah, no, I just laughed. Put it in the air for a second. I just laughed because you're like, before Dallas Buyers Club, which came out in 2013, 12 years
12
later.
years
So
later.
it's just so, like, man, remember Star Wars Episode 1? Yeah, I remember when it came out before The Mandalorian.
Fuck your face.
It was such a large time gap, Jared.
Yes.
All right, back to you, Mike.
All
Always
zeros.
smart.
All zeros.
zeros. Sorry.
Hey.
I just
She
need.
tried.
I need. She didn't try that hard. I'm sorry. I need. Every so often, Tropic Thunder will come across my feed every so often.
Great move.
I just need a prequel of Tom Cruise being that man. Fucking goddamn, do I love that man
What we need
so
is
much.
we need like I wouldn't say sequel, but like his day at the same time.
Yes! Oh my god, that'd be fucking
Like,
amazing!
where he's living some other crazy thing with the intercutted from scenes from
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
yeah, and then be like, all right, now it's my turn to bake the cookies for the bake sale.
Yep.
Like something ridiculous like that, where it's just him in other wacky scenarios. That's okay. When I found out that was Tom Cruise, that was
that for an idea.
yeah. Give us more side movies,
Yeah.
but actually don't give us.
Yeah, that's all I got for the day, though, guys. So you guys
We got to see Red Hulk
Ugh.
Oh yeah,
It looks like regular Hulk,
Yeah,
just red.
and with Harrison Ford's face
Kind of.
and big old pepperoni nipples.
Big old pepperoni nipples.
And you know what? I realized the
Red
reason
Hulk,
why they
yeah.
didn't make Harrison Ford grow out a mustache.
Because it would have looked absolutely
Red Hulk
ridiculous.
doesn't have a mustache in the comics,
yeah.
but Ross does, and it always
that is
pissed
a-
me off that Red Hulk
Okay.
should have
yeah,
had a
that is a
mustache.
weird thing for
So they
their-
got rid of it, so there wouldn't be people
Yeah, it's fucking
about it.
magic in this fucking world, and you're worried about mustaches.
Yeah,
you know why it
it's-
disappears is because he's full of beta or gamma radiation, and so it falls off because of chemo.
It just falls off and grows back.
Yeah,
Because
the
Ross is
radiation-
so masculine.
Yeah, he naturally can just grow it. He's got so
Get
much
off my
testosterone.
face.
I just have one thing. I've already talked about it with Anthony. So Anthony, you've already heard this, but I did watch
Slapping his neighbor's
Strangers.
cheeks.
The Strangers Part 1. Didn't realize it was a 3-parter. Fuck this director. You're a piece of shit. There's no fucking reason for this.
Jared got doomed.
Dude, they did. If you're anybody who's seen the original Strangers, they did that movie just fucking again. They just changed a couple characters, and then they just end it with, "Oh, the wife's not dead. She's in the hospital. Part 1 over." And I'm like, well, you didn't need that for a fucking part.
Yo,
1.
it's got
That's
Richard Brake in
stupid
it.
as Shit. And also to make it 3 parts. I don't know what the fuck this man smoked to think that. I just don't get it. It wasn't worth that. I put it middle of the road, like 3 out of 5.
I
Because
love
if
Richard
you've
Brake.
seen the original Strangers, you've seen that fucking movie. I don't know what the hell the idea was here. But that's my only complaint there.
Got Richard Brake. I love Richard Brake.
I'm gonna assume he's somebody in a mask then, because he I know that guy.
Yeah,
They don't show his face.
You know Richard Brake if this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They
he's just
don't
that guy.
show. So I
Free
assume
from
he's somebody in
Hell.
a mask then.
Doomed.
But yeah, because they red herring the mechanic, because they make it seem like the mechanic fucks up their vehicle, and that's why they get stuck. But Anthony's seen the original first one.
Yeah, because you were home.
The best friend that comes over from the wedding, and they shoot him by accident.
He's the sheriff.
Oh, okay, yeah. He doesn't fucking reappear again, so that's why he's only in that fucking scene. Like he doesn't come.
Maybe
to help
he
them.
is the bad guy. That's the twist for number 2.
See, that's where I thought this movie was going, and I was like, this is already like the Wrong Turn remake, where they're doing something real fucking stupid. Which I guess the mechanic takes the place of the friend from the wedding who gets shot. It's just the mechanic shows up with the part, and they think it's the people, and they shoot him, and I'm like, oh, yeah. So this is, and that was the point where I'm like, no, this is literally the same fucking movie being remade.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna
Like,
do chapter.
nothing of originality.
They're
they
gonna
put
do
into
chapter
this.
1, 2. It's gonna be the strangers that you have to watch for part 3, and then they're gonna do part
See,
4
at
after.
least like the Strangers and then Strangers Pray at Night. Pray at Night was just an over the top, for whatever reason they became Jason Voorhees-esque and they just couldn't fucking die, and that was that movie. This one was just remaking the same fucking movie over again, but making it 3 fucking parts for some unforsaken reason.
It's like when Zack Snyder.
It's really fucking dumb. If they had just done a little different, added something that made it its own unique thing, I might have been more okay with it. But that's not what
I
they
hate to
did, so.
keep going, but did you guys hear about Rebel Moon?
I have not
No.
watched it.
is
not
getting
watched
a
it.
director's cut.
Yeah,
Stop giving this man director's cuts.
He doesn't need one.
fucking need
He
it.
already had part 1 and 2 all under his thing. Why are they making?
Hi, Zack Snyder here. When they don't let me do what I want, I just say, fuck it.
However, the director's cut of Justice League was better. We all have to admit, but it was
was-
4 hours long.
But yeah, that's
This is
why.
the thing is, people act like, oh, that was the original idea. No. Zack Snyder, they needed something for HBO Max.
Yep.
And Zack had a 4-hour film that he was going to cut down to 2 hours and just didn't.
And everything I've heard and seen for Rebel Moon is like, if you've seen
bad.
Star Wars,
I've
Star
all heard.
Trek, Dune, you've seen these movies.
Like, there's
He's just copying them.
It's not this. Ready? It's not
Okay, yeah,
this. It's Danny DeVito walking into a mic. It's so mean. I love it.
With that, folks, fuck Zack Snyder's cuts. I'm so fucking, I just fucking can't believe they're
Hard
doing
agree.
that.
no, it's not another one. It's part 1, director's cut,
Again, I can't, I don't,
which is worse than another one.
he didn't even fucking finish his original idea. I don't understand.
If you couldn't do it the first time, Zachy boy, you don't deserve a second one.
Because there was Army of the Dead, Army of Thieves, and he was supposed to be making his whole thing there. And then he just gave up and started making Rebel Moon. So, like, I don't...
Oh my
don't
god, I get it. He's autistic and he's his new hyperfixation. He watched Dune and is like, I want to do
Zack
sci-fi.
Snyder's just super...
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.